Hello everybody, hope everybody's great, doing well. Today is June 6th and I'm gonna try to do 2 half an hours today to cover up for the last half an hour that I didn't do a few days ago. So hopefully I will have a 1 hour worth of recording, but I will stop my recording at 30 because I just noticed that my phone does like a really weird like division. I don't know, it just stops the video at 45 and then it won't stop the recording, but it will create a different file for the recording, which is a bit weird. So at 30 I'm gonna stop and then I'm gonna continue the recording and I'm gonna say hello everybody, June 6th. So don't be surprised. I will be very surprised if you are still watching my videos, or anybody is watching my videos for this matter. Now I'm not really seeing anybody watching my videos, so I don't mind ranting more and more. It's kind of have its own way of clearing my thoughts in how do I approach the business, how about I go and do it. Kind of have like a calming effect, or clarifying effect on me. So that's why I like it. This is why I wanted to actually go ahead and do it, continue doing it, even though nobody's watching, which is good for me. Again, my name is Mohamed, and I'm just gonna quickly look over the news to see what's actually there. Yeah, like I said, one of the things that I was saying about last video is the Trump administration stopping the Chinese airlines. I don't know how that would affect dropshipping, but I hope it doesn't affect it that much. I really hope so. I mean, it's really bad. I don't know. Who am I to talk about this? Oh, I have a second phone on my hand here to actually just see any topics that are interested. Tips to build a successful online dropshipping business by Newswire. This is a blog by Kate S. Always go niche. That's very true. Very true. Going niche is really it's like the purpose of dropshipping. Like if you do equipment that is available on Amazon and whatever, I don't think you should even do dropshipping at all. You should go for dropshipping when you have a product that is actually not available on Amazon or available in the major stores. Something that is not there, or even if it's there, it's not readily available, which you can make it offer or offer it to be available. You know what I mean? Again, the only example I can give, it's my earrings. They are available on Amazon, but they're very expensive. Not to mention, the people who are into my stuff or into my products are actually just, oh man, are like, this is another thing that, well, I'm just gonna finish up this thought before I add this other thought that I had. The majority of my people are just ladies that are interested in handmade products, but they don't necessarily buy it because they are interested in handmade jewelries. They are the kind of people who are interested to make them, but they don't make them. They don't know how to make them. I don't know how to describe it for you. It's like a person who has the intent to do something, but they haven't really got there, so they buy stuff just to justify the matter of fact that they are into it, into that thing. The other day, I did a quick, well, not the other day, yesterday actually, I did a quick search, and this is another thing about audience. This is a topic a thing that I want to talk about, audience particularly. Now, I know a lot of people will approach you and tell you, hey, if you want to succeed in your business, you have to have the ideal customer image. To be honest, out of my own experience and off of working on the Facebook ad manager, creating your ideal customer may actually pull you back, may actually put you in danger and your business in danger. I found out this is the hard way. I mean, the majority of my customers, 80% of my customers and 80% of my sales are actually made from 55-year-old ladies and up. Now, you would think, 45-year-old and up. Sorry, not 55, 45 years old and up. You would think, oh, if the majority of my customers, actually more than 80% of my customers are actually that kind of category, why would I just focus on that kind of category? Well, you can definitely do that. I highly don't recommend it. I am the kind of person who do not recommend anybody to actually narrow down their focus, especially in Facebook. Why? Reason for that is because you want to, first of all, it is more advisable that you let Facebook just decide who to sell to. Why? Recently, I discovered that the majority of my big sales, meaning persons spending $35 and above, are from men in the same category, age category. Even though it's kind of the low, but it's almost more than 60% of the big sales are actually from men on the same age category. Men loves their wives, and they think these earrings are nice in their wives. This is a client base you didn't know about. I didn't know about. What, men? Again, also there are the teenagers, even though they're less than 20, not teenagers, sorry, 18 to 34, 35. Yeah, somewhere around there, 34, 35. They actually buy because they are interested in handmade jewelries, but they buy one all the time. I hadn't had any sales on top of those. So for me, when I work into this is the first reason. The first reason is because a lot of people don't know what is the actual age of the customers that they have. So if I focused on this is how I will look at it. The first thing I will look in terms of age, I will divide first of all my clients. I would find out that men, it doesn't matter what their age, but the majority of them are in the same age range between 45 to 60, are willing to spend more than $35 on and buying multiple products. So that's a category by itself. And then I have the I will call them the teens, even though 35 are not really teen anymore. They are willing to buy, but they're willing to buy, first of all, small amounts, one pair all the time, and they represent like less than 10% of my client base. And the majority of my client base is actually old ladies, 45 and above. I'm not gonna say 45s are old, but I don't want to insult anybody. I want to be respectful. Because if I said that to my mother-in-law, she'll kill me. They are willing to buy, and they are also returning customers, to me at least. So in that perspective, this is one of the reasons why I don't think anybody should actually have an ideal customer. The second thing that I don't think anybody should have an ideal customer is because of the cost differentiator. Okay, so when you go through ad manager, let's say you run an ad campaign for all different ages, male, all different genders, English speaking, whatever you would like. Facebook have put a breakdown price for each and every category of clients or category of people that they are in the subgroup. If you don't remember what I'm talking about, subgroups and all of that. So these breakdowns are based on pricing. So if the pricing, let's say, I'll give you my example. 45. If I put a ad set for 45, if I created an ad set with, let's say, a 3 ads and they're all within the range of the women's 45 to 60 plus, 65 plus, I would get a considerably higher cost per 1,000 impression, averaging about 50% more than when I actually have a same ad set, same interest, same everything, ad sets and all, ads and everything. I would have the same thing but more expensive. So basically, when you have different age groups, it will actually dilute or lower down your cost of advertisements. This is how I've noticed it. I've noticed it that it actually lowers. It actually, first of all, it's good because it actually tests out other markets for you. Second, it actually gives out your pixel the opportunity to test it, to figure out the subcategory of a particular interest and all of that. It's just really good for you. And third, for me, it's if you became specific, like a behavior specific, or this is why they always say shoppers, engaged shoppers, are more expensive than just a regular consumer. Makes a lot of sense, because now you are differentiating people. You are looking for set particular people, but if you have them mixed together, you're actually lowering down your costs. This is why a lot of people will say it's an excuse for Facebook to charge you more. I don't see it that way, but it's an argument. It's an argument that have its validity, right? Nevertheless, this is why I don't think anybody should actually like target focus or find an age group or find a set of behavior. The reason for that is because it just helps you, or it helps your ad set to be cheaper with the same like results that you're having. Now, if you're willing to pay more for more targeted group, that's you. But I think, at least in my case, or at least in my store, I think I it's better off for me to just leave the pixel do his thing, look at the impression or the people that are available to Dubai and whatever, and just let it do its thing. Now, the other thing, in regard to niches, now this ads talk about, this blog talks about, which is a little bit hard to find, like you can't really define these things. Attractive profits. Okay, let me just read it for you quickly. Always go niche, it says. Selling a range of product may seem like a good idea, but it's not when you're just starting. A range of products that aren't focused is hard to market and build a brand. Remember, even Amazon started online bookstore. Some factors. Some of the factors that they're talking you should consider in selecting a niche is attractive profit. I'm just gonna apply this to my own. Let's say I'm into games. I like playing Dota. I like play games. So if I go into this and look into attractive profit, you're gonna kill yourself trying to find attractive profits. You're gonna have to sit down and do a lot of research to attractive profits. To be honest with you, it says here the key to success in dropshipping is customer acquisition. Very true. That is true. The effort it takes to market a $50 product is essentially equal to the same effort it would to market a $1,000 product. Go for a niche with a higher priced product. Well, yeah, you can't do that. You can do that, definitely. It's just not everybody would actually buy. Well, there are people who buy stuff for $1,000 online. I can attest to that because my wife does that from time to time. But at the same time, I don't see people spending $1,000 on you or on your website. I don't think this is actually, like, this particular point. I don't see it as descriptive as possible, because you cannot. A highest priced product doesn't mean anything. It just means that you need to put more efforts into marketing, which a lot of people don't know how to do. You need to put more efforts in convincing a customer to actually buying, which not a lot of new or beginners actually are aware that they need to do so. You need to understand that if you're creating a brand around that particular high priced product, you need to create a brand. So you need to have the capital to do it. Again, for starters, for people who are starting, I don't think you should actually do like a $50 product, or even $1,000 for that matter. Like, I remember talking about someone, I think it was a few days ago, or I don't remember what was it, but he was asking us if he can sell $13,000 product. I said you can, but you have to have like your backbone in it. Like, expect that you won't be having a sale for next month. Don't expect like a sale like the next day. No. like people are gonna be looking at you and like trying to figure out, is it the best option to buy from you, or is it the best option just to go to Amazon and wait for the date with the guarantees that they have? Is your product distinguishable? Is your product have credibility in it? Meaning that is there people talking about your product? Have anybody of the influencers looked at your product? That you gave your product to someone for free to actually have a review about it? It's almost like the lit power bank. See, lit power bank, it's also a dropshipping business, but they gave that product away and they're selling it for $150 something. But guess what? They're getting it for $50. They have a 3-time margin on it, actually a 2-time margin. But nevertheless, they have a lot of marketing behind it, like a lot of marketing dollars behind it. See, not a lot of people would have that cash to do it. No. So if you're talking about attractive product with a higher price tag, this article does not talk to you, or does not talk to a beginner, a person who starts in dropshipping. Low shipping cost. Low shipping cost in these days, it's almost impossible. $5 is a little bit hard to get. Well, you can get the $5, don't get me wrong, but you're just gonna get obliterated. Not even. You're gonna be destroyed in like shipping times. Although the manufacturers or your supplier will handle shipping, choose a niche where the shipping costs aren't high. High shipping costs will repel potential clients. Not really. Finding products that are inexpensive to ship. Service to consumer, which a lot of, I don't even recommend someone actually to charge shipping. Like, why would you? If you're doing drop shipping, you shouldn't be you should not be charging for shipping at all. This is something like out of the bat. You should be giving it for free. The only thing you should be charging is taxes. And for that particular point, I don't even recommend anybody who's starting dropshipping to charge for taxes. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. I'm not gonna tell anybody to do so. But in Canada, if you're not making $5,000 a month of income into your pocket, you shouldn't be charging taxes. It is expected in the US. Don't get me wrong. But in Canada, I don't need to apply. I don't need to charge taxes. I don't live in the US for me to pay taxes. I live in Canada. I pay taxes in Canada. So, based on my understanding and based off me running quite a few businesses here in Canada, I have to pay taxes on a $5,000 self-employed business, and I have to create it, and I have to, all of that comes with it. Please do consult your accountant for that though. Products aren't readily available. This is also, yeah, this is important though. The product shouldn't be available when you're picking it up, because you just can't have any product. Perform competition research. That's true. Choose the right supplier. Now, competition research is almost available for everybody. The best, I guess I won't be talking about it, because there's actually a lot of videos that shows you how to find competition and how to price your own product and all of that. Choosing the right supplier, again, not everybody have the right suppliers. Even I couldn't find the right suppliers properly. Create a great website. This is really vague. I mean, if you don't have a particular template of what the website is, what's a great website is, quote unquote, Dropshipping allows you to cut costs and corners, but this is a store. A great website is a good way to build trust. Error free and have anyway. Yeah, it just talks about having all the policies, the return policy, shipping policy, terms and conditions, and all of that. Don't underprice your product. This is also a bit vague. Don't undercut your product because your competitors are doing so. That is very true. When I priced my product at $25 Canadian, which eventually I lowered it down so I can actually meet the US standard, or the US not standard, sorry, the US pricing. And this is why I settled in at $19.99 when I actually called the support team at Shopify and I asked them to switch my currency of my website to US so I can get my numbers better and easier for me to actually calculate. Conversions to Canadian is not an issue, which I really like, because conversions at today, June 16, is about, for $1 is $1.35 Canadian. $1 US is $1.35 Canadian, which I'm happy with. Shipping times should be clear, of course. The best in my experience, or what I'm doing right now, the best place you actually let people about your shipping time is when you send them the confirmation email. When you send them the confirmation email, you should clearly state in that email it should take about 2 to 4 weeks due to whatever circumstances. If you are doing multinational or shipping around the world, don't even do that. Create a page of shipping times and include that link in that page. But if you're doing only US, just put the shipping times of the US. Automate, that's not even a thing. Marketing is everything, of course. SEOs, not a lot of people actually apply SEOs. I'm not applying SEOs right now. Facebook ads, this all the same thing. Use retargeting campaigns. Retargeting is very good if you're doing a high product, high priced or high tagged or high ticketed tagged product. You should have a retargeting campaign. If you are, and mind me if I say so, if you are like selling a cheap product for like $19, at least in my experience, I noticed retargeting doesn't really give me that much results. I have right now about $20 in retargeting per day, and the majority of my marketing budget is toward acquiring new customers. Now and then I do get some sales, but when I tried it, I actually lowered it down from $100 per day to actually $20, because I'm spending $100 and I'm not really getting anything. So if I'm not really getting anything every day, I actually lowered it. I used to lower it down like $5, $5 until I know what I said. I need to have retargeting, so just leave it at 20 and just go from there. Use social video to increase engagement. That is very true. Never ever let's just say after I've seen the performance of my ads for the past 3 months now, I will never ever use images. Never ever use images. And Facebook is actually telling you, hey advertisers, video is the future, so you better be on video. And if you're going to be on video, you better be entertainment. And if you're going to be entertaining, we're gonna what do you call it? Reward you for being entertaining. And with that, I am going to stop because I have the 30 minutes done, and I will be back with another 30 minutes. I'll see you soon.